Hey there, this is the One Boom, and I always get anxious when uploading these types of videos. I feel like the right people might be scared off by this kind of content, and the wrong people are gonna run with this type of content, and make a bigger mountain out of this molehill than it needs to be. But this video is speculative. This video is about a reality that has not occurred yet, and I need everybody to sort of keep that in mind the entire time I'm talking. The gameplay is me absolutely frying on Nuketown, being a dirty sweat. I spent the entire day doing camo challenges, and I just needed to blow off some steam and prove to myself that if I use a really powerful gun, I can still make people very angry.
Point.
UAV available. UAV ready.
Yeah, you're a scumbag.
Hardpoint locked down. The field took the hardpoint.
So, I'm not bad at COD. So enjoy that in the background. It also serves to illustrate one of my biggest complaints with the game right now. But one thing at a time, first let's talk about the channel. We hit 62,000 subscribers and I really appreciate that. A majority of my subscribers are not actually active, and they're definitely not active COD fans. I am tracking the numbers and I do see that there's like 10,000 of you that are interacting with all of my content all of the time, which is halfway to my goal of having 20,000 people in a community going into the next 6 years of COD. I'm trying not to have a 1-year plan, I'm trying not to have a plan at all. I'm really just trying to prepare for the next 6 years of Call of Duty on this channel, because regardless of what Twitter might say, Call of Duty will always have fans, and I feel like at this point in my life, I'm kind of dead set on being one of them. That being said, when I first started YouTube and a new Call of Duty game would come out, I would do a my love for Blink could change style video. Basically, a video acknowledging that everything has a honeymoon phase, and then I have to acknowledge the things about the game that are currently starting to upset me, and then basically make a video explaining what could go horribly wrong in the next few months of playing the game. There are two things in Black Ops 7 right now that could keep me away from playing the game long term, but there's a third thing that's mostly to do with my YouTube channel that I wanted to talk about first, because I'm not really often this candid in my YouTube videos anymore. It's usually like a opinion or a review of something, and I'm trying to give more tips and tricks and do more guides and stuff instead of just always sharing my opinion. Because as I've gotten older, I kind of don't like YouTube review culture, YouTube essay culture. I don't like it. There's a place for it, and there's some that I really enjoy, but for the most part, I feel like it's tainting a lot of people's enjoyment of things, and it definitely tainted mine, and it tainted this channel. I've spent way too long being sort of a Monday night quarterback for Call of Duty, just talking about how everything could be better all the time. And while I still want to bring my insights and bring my ideas to light and share ideas with you guys on how we could balance the game or reasons I think something is or isn't balanced, I still want to do that. I still have that in me. There's a point where I think it goes overboard and it just becomes, I would just make the game better, I would just make the game better, I would just make the game better, instead of I want to be better at the game. I want to learn the game as the developers intended, trying to actually weed out the things that need balancing, need changing, and some things that are skill issues that need practice and need like actual self-reflection. So I want to post more gameplay. I really like live streaming. I want to do well. And it's a little bit frustrating because a lot of my subscribers seem to be dead set on my opinion. They want my opinion, they want my take. I always have those. I will always have my hot takes and my opinions and the things I wish I would see differently, whatever. But look, at the same time, I'm trying to enjoy the game. And it's weird being a streamer where you are playing Call of Duty and you get like a 10-second merciless, or you absolutely decimate an enemy team, or you call in a nuke, and there's only like one person in your chat that's even really clued into the gameplay, and the other 20, 30, or even 40 don't really seem to care, and they just want to hear your opinion on things, even though you're absolutely frying. So just let you guys know, I have a shift in priority on this channel to be more about the game itself, and not just self-aggrandizing myself as somebody who really gets it and can make it all better. Because I don't think I'm smarter than all of the developers at IW, Sledgehammer, or Treyarch, and you guys, because of who I am as a person, we're gonna hear my opinions anyway. I just don't need to be cramming them down your throats all the time, and I don't need to be obsessing and tweaking over every single opinion I have about the balance of the game, when I could just be shutting the fuck up and learning to play the game. And just to wrap up this channel discussion, please, if you want to watch me live stream, hit the bell icon to get notified when I go live, and I will be uploading live commentaries throughout the year, trying to go for kill challenges, nukes, or difficult calling cards. I want to embrace my love for the series and my love for Call of Duty multiplayer more so than just always adding my 2 cents to it, which just isn't always the most important thing to give. So without further ado, I'm going to give my 2 cents on Black Ops 7. And we're going to start with the first major issue I'm having. And when I say major issue, I do mean major issue. These are not piddly complaints. This is not a list of everything I think they could tweak in a balance patch. These are big, overwhelming things that could keep me from playing the game all year. And I don't want to have to switch to just covering old COD games or different games entirely, but it is hard to get behind a game that has these 2 major fun ruiners. And first things first, performance. I know a lot of you guys did recently subscribe because I made a video claiming that I fixed the performance issues on Xbox Series X by changing the power consumption mode to low consumption. No. They did an update like a couple days after that and it stopped working. I didn't want to upload a video until I found a new fix, and I have just absolutely come up empty-handed. I still have weird stuttering and frame rate inconsistencies, and just to quickly pass over everything that I did, I might leave something out, but let me just try to run this off the top of my head here. I have changed my texture streaming to every combination of texture streaming settings. I have used every eco mode, every fidelity cast setting. I even tried playing with motion blur on, because I was willing to play with motion blur if it meant that I got a solid FPS. I changed my FOV, I uninstalled the game, I uninstalled other COD games, I reinstalled the game, I haven't reinstalled Black Ops 6 or the BO7 campaign or zombies, which I'm not playing anyway until I hit max prestige, video on that coming soon. I even tried playing on wireless over wired, and then I've also just played with every networking setting that I could possibly play with to see if maybe that's what's causing it. I even started restarting the game after every match just to see if that would help, and sometimes it would and sometimes it wouldn't. It's so inconsistent. It is a bug. It is not just a general performance issue. Something is interfering with the game's ability to perform. And I know, it's a performance issue, but listen, it's different. It's not just like, oh, it's laggy, it's dropping frames. Sometimes it is a complete, smooth, perfect 120, and maybe it's dropping a little bit, but nothing so much that I can tell. And other times it is a stuttery, jittery 40 FPS nightmare, and it's also blurry, like it can't actually properly do a dynamic resolution to nail the correct frame rate. And my only update for you guys is that I have messaged a Treyarch developer that I've been in contact with, and he's going to talk to the team for me on Monday when they're back from their Thanksgiving break. And that's my update. I got them looking into it. I really hope that they find something before Season 2 drops, because I cannot play ranked like this, and this is what I wanted to say. I wanted to do Console Kings tournaments. I play on console so that I can have that hacker-free experience. I'd rather deal with a few Cronuses than a whole lot of question marks. So I like playing on console. I was excited for Console Kings. I was going to do tournaments. I was going to practice, and all of my energy has been completely just eroded from this game's horrible performance. It is not in a competitive state right now. So, okay, fine. I won't do tournaments. I won't go play for money. I won't go do like 2v2s with people, whatever. But when ranked comes out, if the game is still running like this, I don't know if I could stand it. Like, how am I gonna go into ranked and try to lock in when you have these like distracting judders and like stutters and frame drops and just feeling of input lag and blurry visuals? Like, I can't go compete with that. It's like playing on an Xbox 360 sometimes, and I'm not gonna do it. I really can't do it. If you guys have any advice or anything that you've done to fix it for yourself, let me know below, because my video is already sort of irrelevant and I need to put an updated comment on it tonight, so I don't know what to do. So if by Season 2 this frame rate issue isn't addressed or fixed, I really don't know what to do, and I'm hoping that's why Season 2 is when ranked comes out, because maybe they kind of knew about the performance issues and wanted to get everything ironed out before that. And honestly, Call of Duty games get most of their ironing done like before like February because of Christmas breaks and Thanksgiving breaks and everything. Call of Duty devs always get really interrupted around this time because they just got back from Thanksgiving break, and then they'll have Christmas break, and then they'll have New Year's. So I'm not really anticipating any massive updates until mid-January. If you're anticipating that and you're let down by that information, welcome to the franchise. It's been like this since I started. And so yeah, that's going to be a massive interrupt to my love for the game if it's not fixed. I can play casually, but I can't even lock in a match of TDM sometimes because the frame rate's so bad it distracts me and it tilts me and I can't fucking focus. Sometimes I can, a lot of times I can't. Alright, so moving on. The next big issue is the matchmaking, and this is going to be not a long rant about skill-based matchmaking. I made a whole video on that. I've talked extensively about it, but I know that the matchmaking's open. At least more open than Black Ops 6, like, you know, at least compared to Modern Warfare 3. My ping is, on average, always lower than those games, and I do bump into a variety of people. And you can really tell when you're in game chat just the varieties of people you're bumping into. In the same lobbies, I will bump into somebody playing on a couch while their girlfriend scrolls TikTok next to them and their baby's crying on the floor. And in that same lobby, there's some like max prestige TTV guy just slaying everybody out. And sometimes he'll even put that guy on my team for some reason and just gives us a match where we essentially just have target practice. It's really weird. And that's really my biggest issue with the game. The open matchmaking is definitely there, but the engagement optimization seems to be entirely focused on balancing teams around giving you harder or easier matches depending on how it likes to sort the players in the lobby. And oh boy, does it sort the players in the lobby. I've gotten pretty fed up recently. Just playing Nuketown 24/7, I will have teammates in game chat in domination saying that this is unplayable because the enemies are camping the right side. And we're behind Blue House. So if you're behind Blue House on Nuketown during domination, what's on the right side? That's right, the B flag. And I've had teammates complain that people just keep camping the right side in domination. I have teammates that don't seem to understand what the B flag is. I have had the worst teammates I think I've ever had in Call of Duty with this open matchmaking. Clearly, it is a wider skill bracket. Clearly, it is pairing me with people I would have never been paired with before. And I have some really piss-easy matches, and I can go on streaks, and I can do things consistently. I have 3 nukes for fuck's sake. But I'll get teammates that will look me dead in the eyes, see the green name above my head, and mag dump me, and then go into game chat and go, "Oh, I'm sorry, man, I thought you were a bad guy." And it's like, oh my god. Like, it's chalked. These matches are chalked before they start. If I hear shitty music and noises and dogs barking and babies crying in game chat, you better bet your sweet biscuits that they're gonna be on my team. Because of persistent lobbies and open matchmaking, I set up my audio setup to actually have my mic working in Call of Duty again, because trash talking and actually having a reputation and a little bit of a rivalry with a player is a lot more fun this year, and it is. But it's also shown me just how big of a discrepancy in skill there is in the matchmaking and what it puts on my team. It has been countless and countless and countless streams of me like checked out, playing on autopilot, chatting with you guys while I'm live, and then I lose the match. I don't really care. I'm not really paying attention. I'm sort of just, being a conversationalist for you guys. And then I look and I'm leading well and above the entire rest of my team that's going so hyper negative, I don't know why they haven't backed out. I mean, I hate to admit it, but if I go 7-31, I'm backing out before the end of the game. I'm splashing water on my face. I'm rethinking reality if I go 7-31. And that's why I showed that Nuketown gameplay. I got 88 eliminations and my team could not capitalize. They could not take any of that momentum. They're so ineffectual. The enemies aren't really bothered because yes, I'm killing them, but I'm one of 5. At least 2 other people on my team would have to be doing half of what I'm doing in order to actually see a change. So yes, the matchmaking is more open, there's a more diverse set of skills, and I have much lower ping, and that's awesome, and I've had really good times with it. But the team balancing is so bad, I don't feel it. I don't get to feel the difference. I don't get to feel that change. More matches than not, I am just up against it with 5 pounds of dead weight behind me, and I do not know how much I can take of that this year. I'm gonna try partying up with people, I'm gonna try playing harder, I'm gonna try, getting all of my mastery camos and leveling done so that I can just focus on tryharding for the rest of the year, because 1, that's more fun to watch, and 2, I don't really want to worry about going for camos when I have to carry 5 idiots. Like, sometimes for my chat, I will follow around my teammates to show my chat what the teammates are doing, and my chat is bamboozled by the results. If you don't believe me, come watch me live. Hit the bell icon, get notified when I go live, and then pop in and watch. No editing, no cherry picking, just see what a play session of an above average player actually looks like with open matchmaking and horrible team balancing. I think genuinely the reason people don't feel a difference in the matchmaking is because it doesn't matter if you're going up against worse enemies than you were before, or the game is just being less strict overall if your teammates are actively throwing. Call of Duty is a momentum-based game. Your teammate's failure is immediately felt because it gives the other team momentum, it gives them streaks, it gives them UAVs and CUAVs, and they start looping them and they start building into bigger streaks and they get map control. And it doesn't matter if the enemies are bad, if you are disadvantaged by your team, they will feel sweaty. But really, they're not sweaty. they just aren't being actually contested or opposed, because while you're trying your best, your teammates are failing full all over the map. And then your matches do get harder, and it does feel like you go into a tighter skill bracket the moment you party up with one other person, especially if that other person is decently skilled. So it's like, do you want it to be sweaty because everyone on your team is dumb, or do you want it to be sweaty because now your enemies are going to be working together? Damn, can I pick a third option and you just like rework the matchmaking here? I really am hoping that they remove quick play and they change up how mosh pits work and change some of the characteristics of the matchmaking so that it can actually be more open, because currently all players are like segregated from each other because of how weird quick play is and how much quick play segregates players. So hopefully quick play gets removed or massively tweaked. But who knows? There's lots of things that I'd love to see tweaked about the game, but none of them are going to ruin the game for me. But horrible performance and team balancing that's so purposefully evil against me, it's not really something I can sink my teeth into long time. I can't learn and lock in if my game isn't properly running, and I can't have a fun pub experience if I'm constantly having to carry people that don't even know what a B flag is. Outside of that, the game isn't perfect, but it's perfectly playable for me. And I want to thank you guys so much for getting me up to 62,000 subs. We're still growing, we're still building our community. I really appreciate that. The support, the donations, the love, and the people that hit my bell icon to get notified when I'm live streaming, you make my day. Even if you just pop in to say hello, it makes my day. This is my full-time job now. I don't work another full-time job. This is where my money comes from. This is where my time goes. I want to invest into this part of my life because I'm privileged to have it and I don't want to waste it. So thank you guys so much. Again, the support has been amazing. The donos, the subscriptions, the memberships, the hypes that you put on the videos, it means the world. So thank you guys so much, and here's to hoping Black Ops 7 can fix these 2 issues before Season 2. Such a lenient person I am. I really should probably hold them to a higher standard, but I can wait. See you when I see you.